Hello, dear learners. Each is great in his own place. According to Swami Vivekananda, Chapter 2, Day Mode. According to the Sankhya philosophy, nature is composed of three forces called in Sanskrit Sattva, Rajas, and Tamas. These are as manifested in the physical world are what we may call equilibrium, activity and inertness. Tamas is typified as darkness or inactivity. Rajas is activity expressed as attraction or repulsion, and Sattva is the equilibrium of the two. In every man, there are these three forces. Sometimes tamas prevails, we welcome lazy, we can't move, we are inactive, bound down by certain ideas or by mere dullness. At other times, activity prevails, and at still other times, that calm balancing of both. Again, in different men, one of these forces is generally predominant. The characteristic of one man is inactivity, dullness, and laziness. That of another, activity, power, manifestation of energy, and in still another we find the sweetness, calmness, and gentleness which are due to the balancing of both action and inaction. So, in all creation, in animals, plants, and man, we find the more or less typical manifestation of all these different forces. Karma Yoga has especially to deal with these three factors by teaching what they are and how to employ them. It helps us to do our work better. Human society is a graded organization. We all know about morality and we all know about duty. But at the same time, we find that in different countries, the significance of morality varies greatly. What is regarded as moral in one country may in another be considered perfectly immoral. For instance, in one country, cousins may marry. In another, it is thought to be very immoral. In one man may marry their sister-in-law, in other it is regarded as immoral. In one country, people may marry only once, in another marry many times, and so forth. Similarly, in all other departments of morality, we find the standard varies greatly, yet we have the idea that there must be a universal standard of morality. So it is with duty. The idea of duty varies such among different nations. In one country, if a man does not do certain things, people will say he has acted wrongly. While if he does those very things in another country, people will say that he did not act rightly. And yet, we know that there must be some universal idea of duty. In the same way, one class of society thinks that certain things are among its duty, while another class thinks quite the opposite and would be horrified if it had to do those things.